members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Minister, it is our honor to welcome you to the release of the November-December 2024 assessment results. The board would like to thank you for making sure the Tibet Act 2025 was passed at a time when the country needs a competent workforce. In a special way, on behalf of my team and on my own behalf, I sincerely thank you for appointing us and offering us an opportunity to serve the board and the country at large. I'd like to take this chance now and introduce to you the team of Ugandans that have been carefully selected to serve as the pioneer board members of the Uganda Vocational and Technical Assessment Board, Uvtab. We do pledge that the team will do its best to serve and offer policy guidance to the expectation of the ministry. I kindly request at this point that my fellow board members here present, please stand up for recognition. Much obliged, Honorable Minister. So I will move with the microphone and members can give their names and put on their back.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Minister and members present, my name is Connie Adoch. I represent persons with disabilities in the Uvtab board. Thank you. Honorable Minister, let me associate myself with the protocol already established. My name is Rose Nakafu, a civil engineer by profession, employer representative.
Honorable Minister, my name is Sam Yagweri. I'm representing Tibet providers, but I'm a principal of Uganda Technical Education. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, my name is Engineer Albert Akovuku. I represent the employer and I work with the Kira Motors Corporation. Honorable Minister, my name is Obadiah Mzee Lalogo. I represent employers of the Uvtab board. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for this opportunity for my board members to introduce themselves to the public as well. Thank you, members. Okay. Honorable Minister, we would also like to take this chance to thank the previous board members for the Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board, Uvtab, and council members for the Directorate of Industrial Training, DIT, for the great work in the previous delegated function of governance, which will make our journey forward much easier due to the merger of the two entities. Honorable Minister, I should share that the board has already had preliminary meetings and fully started operating. The members have received several draft policy documents from management, and these are being studied for the smooth running of the board. Once these are discussed, appropriate policy guidance to enforce compliance with the law will be provided. Some of the priority areas of the board will involve carrying out action-based research surveys to provide better understanding of several questions that arise from the assessment processes and curriculum development. This will assist in guiding Secretariat based on informed decisions. Honorable Minister, the board is delighted to extend our heartfelt appreciation for the great financial support towards the successful construction and completion of the assessment center where we are presently. Your efforts has relieved management and staff of the rent and anxiety with safety of assessment items and tools. At an appropriate date, Honorable Minister, The board will request you to come and commission this assessment center. Honorable Minister, release of assessment results is a celebration of skills acquisition and reflection of the board's commitment to enhancing technical and vocational education and training, Tibet assessment in Uganda. We wish to thank all Ugandans who have embraced Tibet reforms to enable Tibet's delivery, regulation, and assessment. We would like to thank the government for fast-tracking the enactment of the Tibet Act 2025. This is a great milestone in shaping the future of the skills needed by the industry in Uganda. This act represents a transformative framework aimed at elevating Tibet in Uganda. As a board, the commitment will be to uplift the quality and standards governing Tibet assessments and the Tibet Act 2025, as this will lead to several benefits to address the critical skills needed by our country. Honorable Minister, in this regard, allow me highlight key aspects relevant to the Uvtab board's context and mandates. 1. The Act establishes a robust regulatory framework that promotes high educational standards across all Tibet providers. This ensures that the training and assessment to Ugandans should not only be relevant, but also of the quality desired by the world of work. The Act provides a structured pathway for recognizing both formal and informally acquired skills that can be assessed for relevant qualifications. This means that the skills which citizens acquire will be acknowledged and valued in the job market. There are people who have worked for long as carpenters, plumbers, and builders without proper recognition of their skills and expertise. The Tibet system will help them to fit within the National Skills Register or even serve as a referral for prior learning they've had to inform the bridging to formal learning processes. Thirdly, the Act emphasizes collaboration between training providers and industry stakeholders, ensuring that the curricula align with contemporary job market requirements. By bridging this gap, there will be creation of a workforce that is well equipped for current demands. Honorable Minister, as we look to the future, we cannot overstate the importance of industry involvement in the Tibet sector. And the Tibet Act 2025 has guided both at curriculum development and assessment. The participation of the industry in curriculum development, apprenticeships, internships, assessment, and on-the-job training will therefore bridge the gap between theory and practice. The board commits itself to collaborate with the industry through sector skills expert committees of the Tibet Council and other structures, including the Uganda Manufacturers Association, the Uganda Small Scale Industries, among others. Honorable Minister, the board would also like to recognize the collaboration and support from development partners. This week alone, we recognize and greatly appreciate a generous gift from the government of Belgium through the Belgium Development Agency, Enabel. The grant is a testament of their unwavering support in strengthening Uganda's Tibet subsector. Honorable Minister, the board is ready to implement the Tibet Act 2025 as a major ingredient of the Tibet reforms that emphasize the employer-led Tibet and the significant role played by industry. This guarantees training with production that helps in enriching the learning experience. This model of training with production helps trainees to acquire practical skills while simultaneously contributing to production activities, thereby reinforcing their learning with real-world applications. This will fit very well with the Uvtab real-life projects model. Honorable Minister, we would like to continue thanking government for funding provisions in the various aspects of the board's mandates. This will enable the boards to perform with outstanding commitments to key deliverables that are critical for skills assessment. Honorable Minister, therefore, it is also our prayer that priority be given to the development and implementation of the Tibet qualification framework, which helps to provide a comprehensive structure for skills levels, making qualifications more transparent and easier to navigate. This framework will pave the way for progression opportunities, allowing students to advance in their careers based on their skills and accomplishments. It's now my honor, Honorable Minister, to hand over to you the November-December 2024 assessment results for release to the public. I will be inviting our Executive Secretary to share with you these details. For our motto, assessment for employment skills for God and my country, thank you all for your attention.
Thank you very much, Professor, and thank you for your remarks. Let me take this opportunity to introduce some members who have just joined us. We have honorable members of Parliament present, then PS, Minister of Education and Sports, you're welcome, Doctor, and team from ENABE, we welcome you. Then we are, Honorable Minister, we are going to receive a statement from ES Uvtab on presentation of statement of release. Thank you.
Thank you, MC. And in the interest of time, Honorable Minister, allow me to borrow the salutation from the chairperson and move straight to the statement. But before I read this statement, Honorable Minister, allow me also to welcome you to plot 891, Chigove Road, Chambogo. Honorable Minister, we are very proud to be here. And you are aware where we were and how it was. And in that regard, want to extend to you and all the political leadership of the ministry and the technical team in appreciation for the support and endeavor means we have had to ensure that we shift from rented premises and we are here with this magnificent structure. We really appreciate. Now, to the statement, Honorable Minister, allow me to present to you the report on the conduct and the results for the November-December 2024 technical and vocational assessment of the final year series. These assessments were conducted from the 19th November 2024, 18th December 2024, and they are from 573 assessment centers. Honorable Minister, these results you are releasing today were the last assessments conducted by Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board before the commencement of Tibet Act 2025. The remaining candidates who were registered under Uvtab will complete their studies and be awarded with Uvtab award qualifications in line with the transition clauses in the Act.
Allow me to move to general registration for the assessment. Honorable Minister, the board registered a total number of 31,890 candidates for November-December 2024 examination series. From this, 503, which represents 2%, registered for the diploma programs assessments, and 31,388, which represents 98%, registered for certificate program assessment. These assessments were conducted as per the then existing broad categories of programs. One was technical and vocational assessment results. The next is the business and humanities assessment results. And then physical and biological sciences results. Honorable Minister, from the table 1.1 below, this presents the breakdown of candidates registration and sitting for assessments for 3 categories of programs. At least on that table, you will see the programs at category and levels. We have the business diplomas, we have physical and biological sciences on category of diplomas. Then on certificates, we have technical certificates, business certificates, and physical and biological certificates. From this table 1.1, the following can be noted, Honorable Minister, that out of the total final year candidates, 26,703, representing 84%, registered for national certificate in technology-related programs for assessment. 2, we note that the second category registered for business and other humanities assessment, and this was 4,937, representing 15%, while only 250 candidates registered for physical and biological sciences, representing 1%. The third note is that the turnout of candidates for assessment was very good across most program categories, with a total of 29,378 out of those who registered turned up for assessment. Now we can move to the highlights on the candidates' performance. And the following section presents the performance of final candidates in different categories. We are going to get the general category, the general performance, the summary of performance regarding the general categories we highlighted above. The details of performance of candidates in specific programs are presented in the tables that will follow from section 1.3. But from this table, the summary table 1.2, the following can be noted: that a total of 29,378 of the registered candidates, representing 92%, sat for the final year assessment. Out of the 29,378 that sat, 26,680, which represents 91% of the candidates, satisfied the requirements for the full competence acquisition, and they will exit into the world of work for employment or progress for further training. Now we are going to go into the detail of the categories we have indicated above. That is presentation of end of program assessment results. This section presents the results of specific group of candidates who successfully complete their courses and are expected to join the world of work or proceed for further training. Table 1.3.1 is for advanced craft assessment results statistics. And the category of programs are in column 1, certificate in motor vehicle technician. But from this table, the categories are 5. From this table, this group is made up of the backlog cases of the advanced craft programs that had been phased out during the curriculum review of 2016. In the 2016 review of curriculum, this type of qualifications were changed to national certificates. But we still have our people in the field working once in a while they come, and they want to be assessed for further training or for further upskilling, and we usually give them a chance. But we're also telling them, I think the media, you catch this one, but this is the last time we're also dealing with this, because even the organization has changed. But we note the following, that a total of 84 candidates sat for the assessments in various trades, and out of the candidates that sat, 65 candidates successfully completed their studies, with 39.3 with distinction, and 32.1 with credit, and 6% with the pass grade. Those who successfully completed, automatically these are people who are working already. So they go back to their world of work, and those who want to proceed for further studying, they can proceed. The next is the National Certificate Assessment Result Statistics, which goes to from page 7 and continues to page 8. And that is table 1.3.2. And from that table, Honorable Minister and Chief Guest, we can note the following. 1, a total of 20,052 candidates registered and sat for national certificate assessments in various trades. Out of the candidates that sat, 1,805 successfully completed with first class, 6,047, which is 30% with the second class upper division, and 5,265, 26% got second class lower, and 5,563 scored pass grade. We'll continue to note that the overall completion rate is 93%, with a total of 18,680 candidates acquiring full competencies as they exit the world of work. This is a group which deals with students who finish senior 4, and they do it for 2 years. And then they're also joined by those who finish P7 and join Tibet, and they finish after 3 years, they join this group. We continue to note from the same table that the performance of candidates across most programs was very good, with over 80% completion rate. Low performance rate was, however, exhibited in National Certificate in Electronics Technology at 60% pass. And part of the explanation for this low performance is applied mathematics and entrepreneurship. This has been a challenge for a long time. Mathematics, even at the diploma, is mathematics. But I think with the new reform, we must look at this critical and see what type of mathematics we teach and why people fail this applied mathematics. Finally, on the last note, we say that the very good performance was exhibited in most other programs, as indicated in the next table, 1.33. So 1.33 is the end of program, diploma in business. Now we are finished with the technical related courses. Now we go for diploma in business and humanities assessment results. And here something significant, you see the statistics changing. Usually the female are more than the males in this category. And the programs offered include those who have the release. You see them: National Diploma in Accountancy, Diploma in Public Administration, Diploma in Accounting and Finance, Library, and they also join after Senior 4. But from this table, I want to draw your attention to the following notes. Note number 1 is that a total of 403, and their numbers will be small, but in the next release, which is for June, July, the numbers for business will be bigger. A total of 415 candidates registered and 283 sat for assessment. 83 candidates, which is 29%, scored first class, while 173, which is 61%, scored second class, which is a credit. Overall, 255 candidates, which is 90%, successfully completed their programs, and they can also join the world of work. They can go and get employment, but as you are aware, here in training we emphasize self-employment, and we know they can do that. Actually, there was a research done. Most of the business students, when they finish, they employ themselves and they have businesses that will revisit last time. The last note here is that 83 candidates, which is 29%, scored class 1 distinction, 173 scored, so we have repeated that one. So those ones who have passed now can join the world of work or proceed for further training. We can go to table 1.3.4.